it is. Hi.
Hey.
How
Sorry,
are
you got
you?
me mid-chew on my snacks.
That's all right. I know you work hard on Saturdays. So, how's it
How's it
going?
going?
Hi. Curmudgeon's Corner 55.
Hi.
Welcome.
Look at
Welcome to the
us.
show.
Yeah,
Saturday night,
yeah.
8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific.
For sure.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. How was your week?
Uh, it was interesting, brutal, heavy. We're trying to really trying to ratchet down on the tire shine to get this ready
Hey,
to
John.
rock and roll out the door.
Yeah.
What's going on, Canada? What's going on, John Weber, Voodoo? I think we
Eric,
had
we got
Neil John from the
Kimberly,
UK, but it's bedtime over there because they are 5 hours ahead.
yeah.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning over there. So,
Bill Dalton,
Kimberly
Canada.
MC. I
The
look
little
forward
crew.
to this Saturday nights with you. It's
Yeah.
it's one of my favorites.
That's
You
one of
know,
my favorites too. Oh, Conway's here. Hey, Conway.
what's up, Conway? We'll be seeing you in a couple of
So,
weeks.
yeah, we will. So
The
anything fun happened this week?
tire
Anything?
shine. I mean, we really locked it
Yeah, where
down.
where are we at with it?
Well, the formula is finalized except for the scent, and I got sent a couple of samples of the scent of different scents, and nothing really blew my mind. And the one scent that I did ask them for specifically, they forgot to send, so it should be here this week.
Mm.
Which
Hey, Rich Smith.
Rich Smith, what's going on, buddy? So,
Okay.
what
So
about your
just the
week? How
scent?
was your week? Yeah, while I was doing that. Oh, the other thing that we've ratcheted down is that we are officially moving forward with Typhon interior cleaner and Biobomb Mini. It's going to be a matchup. He gave me permission to use his logo. I have the label being drawn up now. We'll be printing
That's
new labels
awesome.
for a 32-ounce special trigger bottle. You'll be able to,
What kind of
basically
trigger?
a
What kind
10
of
to
trigger are
1.
you using?
What's that?
What kind of trigger are you
Big
using?
heavy duty,
Yeah?
big heavy duty red and white trigger. It looks sexy,
Nice.
and it
Very cool.
features the Phoenix colors. So we'll do that, and it'll come with 4 mini bombs so that you can make 4. Basically you have a concentrated pod and a RTU bottle, and you put the 2 ounces of concentrate in there, fill the rest up with water, drop a mini bomb in there, and you're ready to do rock and roll. So that's
Yeah.
exciting. So I got these 2 big things happening. Enthusiast, what's up? I don't think Enthusiast is qualified to win anything tonight. Just saying,
Oh
he
my
wins
gosh.
everything. And I
Is
was
that how
watching.
we're starting off the
I'm just
conversation?
yeah.
Sorry, enthusiast.
I'm throwing punches
Thank you
right out
for
of the
being
gate.
here.
I
Thank you for being here.
I watched a couple of different podcasts, and Enthusiast, he might be the new reigning champ. He might knock out Firebird for how much stuff one person can possibly win.
Fred's in the house. Becca's in the house. I'm sorry, enthusiast. He literally just right out the gate.
Enthusiast went to sit down, and I just pulled the chair out from underneath him. I gotcha. I gotcha.
Even I felt like I fell on the floor from that one. Jeez, Keith, welcome. HM, welcome. Talking shit for real, enthusiast.
We're family. I hit because I care. I care.
Man.
We have an absolutely fire guest waiting for us backstage.
Yeah, we do.
So I know that we'd like to welcome everybody. Again, you could be anywhere on a Saturday night at 8 p.m., 5 p.m., respectively. But you guys show up here and you support us and you love us and we love you. And like I said, I live for Saturday nights with you guys. I heard my name. What did I win?
Hey, Brian
Mulhern. All right. So I got a kind of all right, so we'll start with we'll do the mental floss, and then we'll bring our guest up in here. I want to start with reading the lyrics to the song that my clip is about. And it's from Imagine Dragons, and the song is called Demons. And obviously, for obvious reasons, we can't play it because it's copyrighted. So.
Correct.
It says, when the days are cold and the cards all fold, and the saints we see are all made of gold, when your dreams all fail, and the ones we hail are the worst of all, and the bloods run stale. I want to hide the truth. I want to shelter you. But with the beast inside, there's nowhere we can hide. No matter what we breed, we are still made of greed. this is my kingdom come, my kingdom come. When you feel my heat, look into my eyes. It's where the demons hide. It's where the demons hide. Don't get too close. It's dark inside. It's where my demons hide. It's where my demons hide. At the curtain's call, it's the last of all. When the lights fade out, all the sinners crawl. So they dug your grave, and the masquerade will come calling out at the mess you've made. Don't want to let you down, but I am hellbound. This is through this is all for you. Don't want to hide the truth. No matter what we breed, we are still made of greed. This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. All right. So those are the lyrics to what he's about to talk about. And I just wanted to
cool.
Share this. Share screen.
Drago's in the house. Hey, Adam.
Drago! Where are we? Oh, there it is. Okay.
J Farm.
Share.
It's me, Jeff.
Here we go. Let me know if you can hear it.
I can hear it. You become a pro at this.
It says your life is full.
Do not hold in your feelings. Don't keep those things in. It doesn't make you strong. Talk to your parents. Talk to your friends. Talk to anybody. Talk. Put it out there. Express yourself. Do not hold in your feelings. If it's available to you, go to therapy. I've gone to therapy since I was very small. This doesn't make you weak. This doesn't make you broken. It makes you wise. It makes you intelligent. Preparing for your future. The great things that you're going to do, that you're going to share with us. Today may be difficult, but tomorrow can be much better. I promise you. Stay with us. We need you. Your life is always worth living. We love you.
He's a good dude.
Yep. Don't let the hard days win. For sure.
That's right.
You know, speaking of which, so you got 8 minutes that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. You got 8 minutes. A couple of people have used that to me, and it's made all the difference. And I've been able to use it, and it's made all the difference. And even so much as last night, you know, I'm wearing my shirt, the Be Kind shirt. You know, every person you encounter is battling a battle you know nothing about. Last night, one of our community members reached out to me, and you know, it's not my story to tell, but they reached out to me and they're going through some stuff. And I never would have expected this person to be going through that stuff. And it just goes to show you that, you know, so many people are facing battles. And, they, you know, today I might not be facing a battle, but tomorrow, you know, the rains could come. Right. I think, and it's just really, really important that we continue to build this community of love and support for each other. This is a fantastic community. And I don't think I've ever seen any kind of hate in this community towards one another. It's pretty impressive. And it doesn't matter your creed, your religion, your gender, your orientation. None of that stuff matters. When you come to the corner, we're in this together, and the struggle is real, and we do not have to face it alone. So
absolutely,
that's what I got for the mental floss.
I like it.
All right. That being said,
it's a good one.
I love you, Eileen.
I love you back.
Oh, you say that to all the curmudgeons.
I only know one.
That's right. All right. So anyway, we have an absolutely fantastic guest waiting for us backstage. I try to get people out there. We've already rambled for 9 minutes. I just want to bring him on. I don't want to give him any kind of fanfare because, I mean, he's a legend already in and of himself, right? So why don't we just haul him in and abuse him like we do all of our guests? He's got to he's got to learn somewhere, right? Okay.
No.
All right, here we go. Without further ado, boom. Detail
there he
Kid.
Is.
What is up, buddy?
You guys brought a legend on? I didn't see him. Where's he at?
We're looking at him. My friend, I have looked at, I did my homework on you today, and you're more accomplished in 2 years than I am in, what, 51? Curmudgeon's Corner 55. That's right, Bill. Whoop, whoop. Underway. So, how are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
How's Idaho?
Pretty rainy today.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Is it?
for those of you that go ahead, Eileen. I'm sorry.
Is it hot out there yet, or it's still kind of cold?
Well, last on Mother's Day it was 93. And then I don't know, it just has started to go down.
And then back down again.
Like 60s throughout the weekend. Now it was at like 53 today. So I mean.
Oh wow.
All right. So for those of for basically for those that don't know you or haven't gotten to know you yet, this is the Detail Kid. He was introduced to me by Matt Ayers from X's and O's Extra Mile Detailing down at MTE. He was like, "Oh, dude, that's the Detail Kid. You got to talk to him." And I'm like, "Who's the Detail Kid?" And he's like, "You got to talk to him." And so you and I got a really brief opportunity to hang out, and it was to be honest, I really enjoyed talking to your dad. I mean, if somebody were to ever have like a cheerleader in one's corner, your dad has got your six like nobody's business.
Absolutely. I'm surprised he's done what he's done for me.
So
he's an amazing person.
He certainly is. He really is. So let's do the Batman origin story for the first time when you're on Curmudgeons. Give us just a little bit of. I know your dad has been detailing for 20 some years. He started his own detailing business 15 years ago, which was 2 months before you were born.
Mm-hmm.
And then you basically just kind of grew up wanting to emulate your father. Is that somewhat accurate?
That is super accurate. I'm very surprised.
I have a great picture of my son when he was probably 4 years old. He was on. I was my previous life. I was a EMS. I rode on ambulances and did all that fun stuff. And I have a picture of my son. He's 4 years old. He's sitting in the ambulance, and we've completely did it like a complete head wound bandage wrapping of his head. And he had said that he was always going to want to get into EMS as well, and I steered him out of that quickly. But is that kind of like the exposure to your dad and the business? Is that what kind of hooked you on this?
Yeah, definitely. He also had an ambulance.
Really?
That he had for his company. It was part of his marketing, the Detail Doctors. So he had a total of 2 ambulances. But yeah, that was his first mobile vehicle, was a older ambulance.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's definitely
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely spacious enough. Probably not the best on gas, but it's very. It's got enough compartments to have all like a full service for sure. That's pretty wild. So, you're 15 now.
14.
You're 14 now, and you've been. I know that you got certified 2 years ago in 23. As a CD and an SV, certified detailer and a skills validated detailer. And the last interview that I saw, you wanted to shoot for being an RIT, which stands for a recognized independent trainer. How's that coming along?
Just knocking out trainings, because what is it? You need 3 years of training experience.
I don't know. You tell me. you tell me.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 years of training experience. So, El Salvador, we went down, did that. We went to Canada. We did the Netherlands. We're going to Texas here in a few weeks. But we're stacking it up.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
In X's and O's interview that you did a couple of weeks ago, you had mentioned that your end goal was to not so much do detailing full time, but to do the individual training and kind of travel all around and do seminars and do training sessions and stuff like that. other than, what did you say, Ecuador? Other than Ecuador, what's the scope? Like, how far out have you gone? Have you traveled to other countries? And where's your favorite place that you've been so far?
Probably El Salvador.
Yeah.
Because the people are amazing. Like, they were the nicest people. When we were down there, we brought a bunch of stuff down with us to give away. Like brown brushes, they donated a bunch of wheel woolies, and so we gave those away down there. We donated a lot of detail kid gear, and one of the kids, it was really cute. One of the kids, he gave my dad a hat that he made, and it said Super Papa on it.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
But amazing weather. I like the tropical. I like hotter regions. And yeah, I would say really nice people.
All right. Excellent. So, how many out of the 50 states, how many have you been to?
That's a hard one. I've been to California, Texas, Florida, Oregon.
Maybe is there a state that you haven't been to that you would really want to go to?
There's so many.
Yeah.
Chicago. I would want to go down there. There's a. They were actually at Mobile Tech. There's a group down there that they help kids in bad situations. So I want to go down there and do a training with them. So they're down in Chicago, and then I really want to go to. I really want to go to Arizona in detail because a lot of my friends have been there. Like, I've visited Arizona, but I've never detailed in Arizona. But I have a lot of friends down there, so hopefully
Don't
I
go
can
in the summer.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, do it during the summer.
It's super hot out there. Matt can tell you that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
And what makes you?
Go ahead.
Sorry, Aaron.
No, go ahead.
What motivates you? Maybe you don't have the answer. It's okay if you don't have the answer. But what motivates you to want to teach instead of just sticking to like the detailing side of it? What drives you to want to teach?
So when I got certified at Mobile Tech, Rigo Santana, he's the U.S. trainer of the Sonax, and so that was his first time at Mobile Tech in 15 years, and so I happened to meet him there, and he gave me all these opportunities with new generation detailers. So he invited me to the group. I joined the group, an amazing group, and one thing I love about Rigo, he tries to help everybody. He doesn't try to take. One of my friends, for example, Jose, he has a high performance detail in San Diego.
Okay.
He was looking to get it with 3D, and Rigo called one of his friends at 3D, and now he's a part of 3D. Like, he isn't just about like,
cool.
oh, for me, money.
Right.
He's always giving back, always. Because a couple weeks ago, the Long Beach Grand Prix, he invited us down for that, and so I got to detail the Ed Carpenter cars.
Okay.
An amazing dude, and so he invited me down to El Salvador to help teach the kids how to detail, and down doing that training, everything really clicked because the situation everybody's in, having a mud wall with bricks on the other side and a tarp as your roof.
Right.
It just really clicked, and realized how fortunate I am to be able to do the unicorn or all these different cars.
Right.
And so ever since that, I've just wanted to give back.
very noble and righteous
It's
of
a
you.
great reason, yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. So let me rewind just a touch. 14 years old. 2 years ago, you got all those certifications, so that puts you at 12. I think the interview was 11 was when you first got the first part of the certification. I remember reading an interview that your dad did, and he was talking about when you first started actually making yourself known to the public at the shop. And he was like, we're going to lose business, or people are going to want this kid to detail the car. What would you say would be, you know, as a, I mean, for lack of a better word, as a young prodigy, what was the biggest hurdle that you encountered or that the business encountered because you were such an enthusiast that you really wanted to, prove yourself? Like, how do you convince a customer at the age of 9 to let me detail your car?
I mean, it's a family business. We all helped out. My older brother, he's moved out. He helped. My older sister, all of us have to help. It's just I put myself at the front desk. I was the one telling them. So, I mean, all of us detailed. I wasn't proving to them. But the reason why I was scaring them away was because it's a 9-year-old.
Right.
But, so, I mean,
but obviously you had the skills. So, like,
yes.
my question is, how do you convince me to let you work on the car?
He just says, "Step aside. Let me do my thing."
Yeah, or do you just, one of the old adage where it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. So you just did it, and you're like, "You're welcome." I did that. I did that. You're welcome.
That's how it was 80% of the time. Because the employee that worked on it would walk the client around the car. So, because we don't let the client drive away unless they're happy. Right. So, I mean, that was 80% of the time how it went. Unless if it was like one of my dad's friends, I would take the vehicle and put it and work on it.
So when you first really started out, like, you really knew that this is what you were going to do? Were you just basically just trying to detail every person that you knew, like your dad's car and your mom's and friends and family, just to cut your teeth? Like, is that how you, or were you doing test hoods, or like, what was that process like?
So when I really started to do it, my dad had me doing, like, sure, I could detail the car because I grew up from the age of 4 vacuuming cars. So I knew the detailing part, but I didn't know the prepping, the putting stuff away. So my dad would have me fold the towels, put it in the washing machine, dryer. And so I learned that side of it. So then, like, for example, if he were to give me the part of the shop he gave me, he doesn't want it to be a huge mess. So, I mean, it's more common sense type things that I didn't know at the time. So, I mean, like, folding towels for the shop, refilling chemicals, all that stuff.
Yeah, entry level stuff, and then you step up to, soap washes, and then the neck, right. That's cool. That's great. That's awesome. I think that's the way it should be done. Your dad sounds like a pretty solid individual, knows what he's doing. So, Eileen, you want to do the quick fire or what? You want to get started? We're a half
Let's
hour.
Do it.
All right. Steven, buckle up. This is where things get crazy.
Yeah, so let me go back to that because I saw you pull that cute little pup into the camera. So tell us about him, her, who's that?
So this is Marshall. He is
Marshall,
one of my longtime friends. I've had him since I was 6 years old. And he has a couple brothers and a couple sisters. He has a golden boy. He's a golden retriever. He's my dad's dog. And then we have Hilda, that's my sister's dog. And then we have Baby. She's Shy, a little dog. She's my older sister's dog. And then we have Bella. She's my mom's dog. And then we have Grayson. He is like the family dog. He's one of our new puppies. We have Oliver. That's my mom's second dog. We have Ashes. That's my sister's second dog. Then we have Milo, and then we have he's one of our other puppies, and we have a unnamed puppy at the moment.
What kind of pups are they?
They're Yorkies. Like, it's just, we take Marshall and we take Baby and we breed them.
How many dogs do you have in total?
What, Reagan? How many dogs?
9.
9.
Wow.
Really? How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 siblings. My older brother, my older sister, my little sister.
And you guys all take responsibility of taking care of these dogs, I'm assuming? Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, they're little, so they make it a little easier. Oh, look at that one.
Is that
Who's
Milo?
that?
This is Grayson.
Grayson.
He is a very squirmy
He
type.
looks like he has a lot of energy.
Who's this again? Milo? Yeah, this is Milo. They all have a lot of energy.
Yeah, looks like it. Look at him. He's ready to go. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get to these questions. Now, they're meant to just have quick answers, so you don't have to do too much thinking. They're pretty easy. So just kind of whatever comes to mind. Okay. What is your favorite scent?
Mint.
What is your least favorite scent or smell?
Dog poop.
That's a good one. What is the most used app on your phone?
Roblox.
I was thinking maybe Minecraft.
You can't. I don't think Minecraft is an app. First of all, right?
It is.
Well, I guess so. Yeah. Well,
it's all the time.
You can play. It's an app on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's also a game on Xbox. On Xbox.
Yeah, you can have it on Xbox. You can have it on PlayStation. It's just you can also have it on mobile too.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just played it on Xbox with my boy when he was growing up.
Yeah. Samsung or iPhone?
iPhone.
Yeah, buddy. Ha ha.
Relax.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, this answer is pretty obvious, but cats or dogs?
Doggos.
All right. If you could only listen to one song for an entire detail, what song would that be?
Let me look at my playlist. Probably Jukebox Hero.
Jukebox Hero.
Okay, it's a really good song. You can't.
Yeah.
You cannot get that song.
I don't even know it, so I can't
say
anything bad about it.
Yes, you do.
How do you not?
Hero, with stars in his eyes. Yeah, you've heard it.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't sound anything like you just sang it.
Who cares?
That does sound like it.
Thanks. See, Steven is a real gentleman. Unlike you. Oh, Eileen is so nice. Oh, she's so wonderful. Oh, she's so kind. No, she's not. Steven, don't let her drag you into her web of deceit and lies.
Anywho, what is your favorite sandwich? Hot dog?
Can it be
Objection, Your Honor. Leading the witness. What did you say, Steve? I'm sorry.
Can it be from a restaurant?
Yeah, it can be.
Whatever it is.
Whatever.
Subway boss.
What?
The Subway boss.
Subway boss.
Brian and I had that yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah,
it's good?
For the No Direction Detail podcast. That's how they rung it up. But it's like, that you're not kidding. Like I swore off Subway until yesterday when I had it. I was like, wait a second. That's actually pretty
It's
decent.
good stuff.
Yeah. Well, shots fired. Rick Smith, guess what? Rick Smith, you're back on the menu now. We're gonna make fun of you all night long.
All right.
Yeah, shots fired. Remember that.
What is one thing that you own or have that you feel like you should throw out, but you haven't?
That's a good question. Probably my monster truck RC car that I stripped the controller bolt, so I can't put the batteries in.
But you still hold on to it. One day.
One day.
What is the scariest animal?
Scariest animal?
Yeah.
My little sister's gonna hate me for this, but a wolf.
Wolf?
Yes. What if it
That's a good
runs
one.
at me?
Yeah, for sure. Why would she get mad at you for that one? She likes
Because
wolves?
that's her favorite animal of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I would imagine in Idaho, it's a pretty real it's a real danger. Like wolves are not uncommon to that area, from what I remember. Montana, Idaho.
Not here in the city, but if you drive a couple 100 miles, you could see one or two.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Have you ever been to a concert?
Yes.
What was your first concert?
The Kane Brown concert here at the Idaho Center.
Kane Brown. All right.
And Stephen Humberto wants to know, ask Stephen, Navajo or Choctaw?
Choctaw.
Choctaw.
That's our Indian tribe. Choctaw. That
pretty cool.
And
what is your favorite action movie?
Fast X.
Okay. Apples or oranges?
Oranges.
Legacy.
Okay, that's it. You want to ask that?
Yeah, why not?
That's a big question.
Well, I already know what his answer is going to be.
Okay.
What
would you want your legacy to be when you're gone?
Everyone thinks of me as a good person and helped a lot of people.
Bingo, nailed it.
I
said that's what it's going to be. Like the way that he's taking, you embody the pay it forward, and that's what Curmudgeon's Corner has always been about. The pay it forward, basically, leaving the world a little bit better than when you found it. And the interest that you have shown in taking care of other kids and teaching them and showing them a way and a path, like you're doing for them, and hopefully they'll continue to do the same as your quote unquote legacy. So it's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
what's up, Smurf? Sure. Usually what we do is we segue into my Mount Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore is basically your top 4 items of stuff. But I will say it sounds to me like you and I had very different upbringings. And I've been curious about this. I know that the interview that your father gave, he talks about how he wants you to grow up as a normal kid. As even though you've achieved the status that you have and the notoriety that you have, he still wants you to grow up as a kid. And the way that I grew up as a kid was I was, immersed in pop culture. My dad was a Marine, so we moved around every 2 years. I didn't really have a lot of friends, and it was pretty much up to me to find my own entertainment. So that being said, when it comes to for me, my childhood consisted of comic books and cartoons and movies and TV shows and stuff like that. I know that you like basketball and baseball. And then the rest of the quote was, and hanging out with your friends. What else goes on for the detailing kid prodigy that you are? When you're not detailing and you're not in school, what do you do?
Number 1, the Tesla. Number 2, riding bikes with my friends. And number 3, we usually play cars, me and my little sister.
Cards?
Cars, we play with Hot Wheels.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Do you do any kind of video games besides Roblox?
Not really.
All right.
Sometimes I'll play Minecraft with my little sister, but there's so many different options on Roblox.
Okay. I unfortunately am not completely familiar with that game.
It's basically a platform where anybody can make a game, and people who make games can release it to the public, and the Roblox gives you like a platform to put it on, and people can buy Robux.
Okay.
And you can spend the money in the games, and then the people who make games make it so you can buy like VIPs and stuff. So when you buy the VIPs, the people who made the game make money.
Huh. Wow. I can see the allure to it now. How much money have you made on it? Ballpark. Ballpark.
I haven't made money on it. I play it. I don't make.
Oh, sorry.
I should make a game though.
Right?
I really should. Coming soon.
Bought up. Hey, father approves. Boop. All right, so here we go. Mount Rushmore. Ready? This is going to really stretch your noodle. Top 4 movie genres.
Action, comedy, musical, and cartoon. Is that one?
Sure. Anime. Sure. Whatever.
Anime,
cartoon. Yeah. That all works. Like Disney cartoon. Yeah. Animation, I believe, is what it's classified as. All right. So, what would be your top 4 action movies?
Fast X, Fast 5. Those are my 2 favorite throughout the entire series.
All right.
And then I like Transformers. And I like the Avengers Endgame, I think.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
Yep. All right. Top 4 bands.
Dire Straits. I don't know my bands that I like that well.
That's all right.
Foreigner, King Harvest, and probably the Spinners.
Wow. You got some good taste there, bud.
Thank my teacher. He plays like the best music in class. And so I have a Google Doc. And so I have 2 tabs open at all time. I have my assignment, and then I have my music sheet. And so I'll just write down music, and I'll just add it to my playlist.
You write your own music?
No, so Mr. Schwartz, my
playing.
social studies teacher, he plays music in his class.
Okay.
And so I'll just write down the songs he plays. For
sure. No, that's great. Yeah, I definitely, when it comes to me working in the warehouse, and like today when I was doing that car show, I have a subscription to Pandora, and I have all these different stations and playlists that I make depending on what mood I'm in. I love music, very eclectic, and it ranges all across the board. So we're about to kick a bunch of people out of the chat room.
Megatron is a jet, right? That's true.
No, Megatron is not a jet. You guys.
He's a motorcycle?
Yes, he was a GoBot. That's for sure. He was a GoBot. And well, that's it for me today.
You know, it's like the little things that just finish you. Really, just like such a simple thing, like Megatron.
I know, because you're just trying. It's like
he was a bust.
It's like there's 14 wives in the chat room, and they're all just trying to hit the button. They're just trying to hit the button and hit the button, and let's see the curmudgeon go off. Let's see him go off. It's fun when we wind him up and let him loose.
I think we should do that. I think we should just have like a session where we say Megatron is, and then only wrong answers acceptable, and then just let the comment section just go.
Go. That's fair.
What do you think? He's a gun?
Yeah,
He's
why
a
not?
bust?
Why not?
Yes.
Why not?
He's a boombox?
Ron, he's got some Matchbox cars. Matchbox. All right, Steven, Matchbox versus Hot Wheels. Who wins?
It's hard. It's hard because Matchbox, they make more realistic. Hot Wheels, they also make realistic. I'm gonna have to go with Hot Wheels because Marshall, every Matchbox car I buy, Marshall chews up. Every Hot Wheel I buy,
oh
Marshall chew up.
So there's the answer right there. He has a preference.
Yeah, Marshall has his preference. The Matchboxes.
Matchbox. Yeah, for sure. Let's see where this guy went.
Gonna sneak off the podcast.
He's gonna go bring his toys. Hey, riddle me this. What's the difference between Matchbox and Hot Wheels? Aren't they the same thing?
Eileen, do you want to be kicked out? Do you?
They're just cars, no?
These are both Hot Wheels. This is from the Star Wars collection. See, they kind of look like
Stormtrooper.
Stormtroopers, yeah. And this one is I don't know. And then we have the original Batmobile, Adam West Batmobile.
Oh, I have one of those. I don't know where it is.
Also,
Rick, it's gonna take him a minute to find that one.
And then this one, this is a good one. This is Hot Wheels. This is from Batman the Animated Series. I love this one. This is great.
That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. And then this one, I think is a Stomper. I'm not sure, but it's also it's a monster truck, the Batmobile monster truck. Oh
yeah. This one I got. It's like from the 60s or something. This is super old. But I try to collect realistic type cars. But I have.
This is a realistic car. What are you talking about? Like, seriously, I can see this. Come on now.
When was the last time you saw that driving down the street?
Yeah.
The last time I saw one of those driving down the street was last year.
The Adam West Batmobile actually showed up at Walter Reed Medical Center. I don't know why, but it was there for people to take pictures with, because that's what people that have been
screen used.
What's that?
Was it screen used?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Walter Reed. Are you familiar with Walter Reed Medical Center?
No.
It's it basically the American soldiers that get blown up and still are alive get sent there for surgeries and rehab and all of that kind of stuff. My brother was involved in a pretty significant helicopter crash back in 2012. He ended up losing both of his legs, and he was in rehab at Walter Reed for about 4 years. So I spent a lot of time down there, and we got to meet Gary Sinise and Kevin Bacon and Wee Man, just all kinds of I really like how the community comes together to support our wounded vets and soldiers. It's very important that we continue to bring that awareness. Sorry to segue. Continue on with your Matchbox car, sir. I'm sorry.
Wait, Mo, but can you seriously explain to me what the difference is between Matchbox and Hot Wheels?
Let me ask my AI girlfriend.
Yeah, do that.
So basically, what is this? So this is a Hot Wheel, but basically Matchbox they do. So there's different parts of the car. So you have the body, like where they have the body of the truck, for example, and then you undo the bottom bolts, and then you have like the windows inside, and then you have another layer, and it's the interior. Take that off, and then it's just the wheels and the chassis. It's like a more detailed version, but you can get the just normal Hot Wheels that you get at the store. For example, like this Mustang. And then you can go to like Hot Wheels Premium, where they do spend the extra time to make them better, like this car.
So Matchbox is a little more detailed in terms of like the pieces, like the doors open and like the wheels turn type
if
thing.
you get the premium type cars, the door opens, but you get Matchbox. It's just a cheaper, more realistic type car.
According to AI, the main difference between Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars is their design focus. Hot Wheels primarily features fantasy designs, high-performance sports cars, muscle cars, and imaginative vehicles, often geared towards speed and action. Matchbox, on the other hand, emphasizes realistic depictions of real-world vehicles like everyday cars, service vehicles, and construction equipment, making them ideal for role-playing.
Okay, so same but different.
Yeah, Hot Wheels tends to attract thrill seekers and collectors who appreciate bold designs, while Matchbox appeals to those who value detailed craftsmanship and authenticity.
So kind of like what Rick said.
Yeah, also what Steven said. Steven, you were spot on. So
that's one of
Rick said like Star Wars and Star Trek, basically same thing.
I'm kicking him
That's
out.
like
I had said he's done. He's done. That listen, we have a minor in our group, so I'm going to refrain.
Be nice. Be nice.
Oh my.
Oh, you'd be surprised what I've heard.
It's all right, but you're not going to hear from us.
You're not going to hear it. You're not going to hear it here.
We're a refined group of people around here.
Aaron says,
really, it sounds like you're about to go insane.
You have no idea. You have no.
And the
idea.
thing, Steven, the thing is that there are people in the chat that just know how to poke the bear.
They're all doing
it.
They
like
do
to do it just to mess with them because it's so
was
fun.
On the Death Star. What?
You're doing it on purpose, Steven. Steven, you're my only friend in this whole entire chat. You're my only friend, Steven.
He is, because I'm like, look at what Rick said.
No, I'm just saying.
All right.
What's that about? You get people on here that are like just trying to mess with you guys.
Yeah, Steven, do you watch television?
They're his best friends, so that's why.
Do you watch television?
Yes.
What's your top 4 shows? Doesn't matter if it's current or like, oh, back in the day I used to watch this.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
Knight Rider.
Wow.
I
love this kid.
Young Sheldon and Malcolm in the Middle.
I like Young Sheldon. It's a good show.
Yeah.
George Sr. is still trying to get Mima's brisket.
All right. And then, okay, so let's go now to your top 4 foods, meals, whatever, genres of food.
I like Italian.
Nice.
Spaghetti, Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, lasagna, and eggs.
And what?
Eggs.
Like eggs, scrambled eggs, fried eggs?
Scrambled.
I'm down for it. I like eggs no matter what time of day it is. Listen, well, I was gonna ask you something. You like Italian, so pizza. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Oh, yes. Thank you, everybody in the chat.
Wow.
Pineapple does not belong on pizza. Thank you so much, Steven.
I do not care what my little sister says. Does not belong.
Does not belong on pizza.
All right. The man has spoken. The man has spoken.
So
you're right. So it's death row. You die tomorrow. What is the meal that you're having? What are you ordering for your last greatest meal?
Wagyu steak with a side of a lobster mac and cheese.
Oh, surf and turf.
With probably Dr. Pepper with some like a huge bowl of ice cream.
What flavor?
That's a meal.
Probably mint chocolate, mint cookies and cream.
All right. See, this is why you're such a dominant force in detailing, is because you clearly know what you want without hesitation. You already know what you want, and you're just driving the bus there.
Very
That's
true.
awesome. You, sir.
Very true.
You, sir. All right. So that's what I got for my top. That's my Mount Rushmore, and you did your quick fire. So we're coming up on 9 o'clock.
Time for a quick little trivia thing?
That's what I'm thinking. You want to give something away? Let's give something away.
Yeah. Let's do it. What are we doing?
We usually do like a $15 gift card for the first time out. By the way, huge shout out to the Detail Kid and Matt's podcast. He sang some serious praises of Titan.
It's good stuff.
If you know anything about me and anything about this show, you know that I am about 3 to 6 months behind schedule at any given moment. So I was supposed to send you a kitchen sink about 4 months ago, and I think we put it together this week. I was trying to drag my feet. Right. I was trying to drag my feet to get them the tire shine, but we had that delay with the scent. Yeah, dude, it's coming to you. If you thought Titan was on fire, wait till you see the rest of the kids in the band.
Don't worry, okay? Because I'm the same with my Tesla. That's in 100 pieces. We waited till last minute to order the wheel we need for it.
Right.
And they're just now making it, and we need it in 4 weeks.
Yeah, you said you told me about your
2.5 weeks. So
were you able to connect with Humberto to get that part that you were looking for?
Yes, we were able to get the parts. We only need a headlight now and the wheel. So we're getting closer.
All right, let me ask you another question. This is probably out of left field, but given your age, how is it your Tesla?
Okay, so it's not really mine.
Okay.
My dad and I share it.
Okay.
So my mom and I saw the car go up for sale. My friend who owned it, I detailed it up in Seattle, and he called me when he was selling it, and he said, yeah, I'm selling it. And so, since we're friends with him, he gave us
You don't have to go into this. You don't have to go into the details. That's fine.
And so, we just were able to get it for my dad's birthday. And so it just happened to work out to be something good for me. Yes, it would be the only time I would ever have Wagyu. Thank you very much.
That's wild. I love it. I love when they chirp. It's my favorite.
But yeah, so we share the car. Yeah.
All right. So I mean, and it definitely is going to, like, what I think I got my learner's permit when I was 15, and I was living in Virginia. So I mean, is that going to be your car?
I think it's always going to be something my dad and I share.
Okay.
Since it's such a high-end vehicle with the modifications. So I don't think you would let it be mine at 14 and a half, because that's when I can get my learner's permit, is at 14 and a half.
Really? Oh, cheers. Congratulations.
So not yet there yet, but almost.
All right. And so when I was reading and listening to the podcast from X's and O's, you said that it was a custom Tesla. What makes it unique to you?
So the car has so many modifications. The wheels on it, they're the only set. Like the guy we bought it from, he completely custom designed the rims himself. The wrap is a cool like electric type design. The interior is completely custom stitched. It has custom floors. It's diamond stitched leather for the floor mats. And it has air ride on it, so it can just drop to the ground at any given moment. And then we're adding a new front bumper to the car, so we need to get that painted. And yeah, the new wheel. So yeah, and it has underglow, but a bunch of modifications.
Okay, cool. Just praise God that your father wasn't hurt in that accident. It sounded horrific.
Very lucky.
All right, so Eileen, what do you want to give away? $15 gift card to what?
$15 gift card to let's do. Can we do Sonax?
I don't have access to Sonax. Usually it's a Phoenix gift card. That way, basically, Steven, I have a problem with sending people stuff. So we decided to go to.
Yeah, he does.
We decided to go to gift cards because I can instantaneously send it to them, and I don't have to worry about shipping. You know what I mean? Like it just gets done. Usually during the show, I'll get it done because All right. The process is this. I have this sheet of paper that has all the questions and answers.
Always a sheet of paper.
And then I leave it here after the show is over. I leave it here. And then about a week later, I'll remember that I was supposed to send somebody something. So I'll take the piece of paper and I'll bring it upstairs and set it on the pub table with my keys so that I bring it to work with me. And then I forget it there for about 2 weeks. So then somebody will email me, hey, remember I won this at, on the last Curmudgeon's Corner. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I go find it. Bottom line is, when we were shipping out products, it took a minimum of 4 weeks for them to receive even acknowledgement. So when it comes to gift cards, I can pretty much, while we're sitting here talking, I can ship it off to somebody. And they can it's a Phoenix gift card. They can do it unless they live in Canada. And then I have to contact Carzilla and it's a whole extra process, but I'm still pretty good with the Canadians.
My bad. Let's do Titan.
Okay.
That's such a good detail spray.
Thanks, sir.
I can't wait to try the other stuff.
Yeah, it'll ship on Monday for sure.
Okay.
The whole kitchen sink, and then when the tire shine finally gets done, I'll send that to you separately.
What do you think of the new BioBomb flavor, the Lament?
I haven't smelled it yet. I haven't smelled it.
You like it?
Really good.
Yeah.
I know it's sold. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's sold out on their website.
Oh.
It went like 5.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually have it in my bathroom because it gives that citrusy kind of clean scent to it, and it smells great in my bathroom.
So
and it's mint as well. It's citrusy mint.
It's kind of like a citrus. I don't know if mint is what I would describe it, but it has like a citrusy scent to it.
Yeah, I have a BioBomb in my room. Pop and Cherry. Before Mobile Tech, my mom was so mad at me. Why did your room always stink? Now that I have the BioBomb, I'm like, my mom's so much happier.
It masks the scent of a 14-year-old boy. Like I'm pretty sure that stink and young men, adolescents, go hand in hand. Sorry.
I think I might have to do a video and ask people to smell Lament and see what their interpretation is of it, because it's hard.
That would be such a great video if you just wandered around 29.
I'm just gonna walk around to hey, what does this smell like?
What does this smell like to you? Oh, that would be such a great video. I would you'd get 1 million views.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna do that because it's kind of hard to I can't really describe it, and to me, it doesn't really give me mint. scent. But it smells great. And like I said, I put it in my bathroom and it gives like that, clean scent. So it works out pretty well in there. Mint and citrus. Yeah, I guess, John, it's kind of like a mojito. A little bit. It's hard to kind of pinpoint the scent, but it smells pretty good.
All right. I found the same thing with his squash. Like it was hard.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard to pinpoint exactly what the smell was. It was kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It was kind of like all over the place. I'm determined to try every scent of his, especially when we do shows together, because he always has so much overstock that he can't take it back with him on the plane, and so I just grab a bunch of stuff. So
yeah, the one that he came out with for the holiday. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of it now. The Purple Daddy one.
What? Sugar Plum?
Sugar Plum Daddy. Oh my gosh. That one is so good.
Yeah. They're fighting right now. I probably shouldn't tell you this because it might be privileged information. I don't know. I don't care. They're fighting over whether or not they want to make some of the seasonal scents permanent scents. Or going back and forth.
Sugar Plum Daddy needs to be permanent for sure. Purple Daddy. Becca, you know what I was talking about. Wes, it's the best scent.
It could have been the grape. They have grape too, so it could have been grape if you were talking to purple.
Bev grape is good, but Purple Daddy is the best one. Okay.
I guess I have to ask my bare feet smell great.
I'm gonna ask a question for our trivia.
All right.
And let's do. Oh my gosh, I have so many that I can ask.
I know. I got a whole page.
The first dog that Steven showed on camera. What was the name of the dog?
Wow, that's a good one.
Don't see the answers.
That's a good one. Rick Smith, you're oh God, I hate you.
He's such a troll right now.
I know, right? That's all. Like, and then here's the best, Eileen. Here's the best part. John Weber got it. Congratulations, John Weber. Here's the thing. Like, do you remember last Curmudgeon's Corner where it was just me and you, and I went off on
Hey, Marshall, come here.
I went off on Rick Smith.
Hey.
And his love affair with Larry, and the way that they Rick wants to be the big spoon, but Larry insists on him being the big spoon. Remember, I went off on that whole thing. For the entire last 2 weeks, that's all he's done is complain about how I opened fired on him. And yet he brings it upon himself and then gets mad when I reciprocate his behavior.
So that's probably why he told me that I should send you the picture of ammo sticker right below the Phoenix thing.
Yeah,
right?
That's exactly why. That's exactly why.
Yeah.
That's exactly why. All right, there's Marshall. All right, so we said John, right? John Weber gets
John Weber.
I will make sure that he gets a gift card that is enough to cover.
Juicy Melons is awesome as well, Jordan.
I'll make sure it's
John,
big
whoa,
enough.
John Weber took notes. He got all the names, not just the one.
He knew that's where you were going to go. You're such a softie on dogs that he knew that's where you were going to go.
He knew that's where I had the whole Marshall, Golden Boy, Helga, Baby, Bella, Grayson, Oliver, Ashes.
Oh,
Milo.
What happened, Marshall? You good?
And then the unnamed puppy that they haven't had a name for yet.
Dang.
He knew.
Yep.
Good job, John.
Let's see if I can.
He deserves that gift card.
All right, Eileen, why don't you get into the your deep dive detail?
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. All right. Where's my mouse? Okay, here we go. All right, Steven. So, what is a tool that you have that you feel now you could have waited or never purchased at all?
That's a hard one. Tool that
It's okay if you don't have an answer, because then that means that you utilize every tool in your arsenal and you do the right thing in terms of picking tools. Some of us don't.
I think I would have to go with nothing, because I use pretty much everything in my arsenal.
Good for you. That is
all right.
great.
So we should, if we were to apply that exact same question to your father, what would he say?
You would get rid of a lot of stuff. His old air compressor. So when we got our shop, it used to be a rental car detail shop. So it had the automatic car wash in it, and it had a huge vac system. I think he would have got rid of the vac system. I think he would get rid of the vac system because it was so loud, because it was in the corner of our shop, and so it was too loud for us to work, have music going, and so it was just a thing where we just put it on the side of the building.
Okay.
That works. What would you say is the weirdest thing you've ever found inside of a car when detailing?
Weirdest thing. Weirdest thing I've ever found was so the day before I got a Hot Wheel, like it was a Bugatti Bolide. The next day I go out and I'm doing a car and I find that same car opened. I'm like, bro.
What? The same one that you just bought the day before.
Yeah, it was very weird.
That's coincidental, I think. Steve's in the house. Okay. Have you ever
Turbo 6?
Have you ever had a customer express unrealistic expectations of a detail?
Yes, I have. This guy brought in a El Camino blue.
Ooh.
He worked on it for 20 years, and so he wanted me to do more work than it was. Like, he only had a certain budget, and he wanted me to go above and beyond on it. So, because like this thing had deep sanding marks, this thing had so many problems that I had to chase, and so
Right.
like it was so crazy because my dad, he's like talking to him, and so we were going up to an event, we were driving, and so we lost service, and so this guy got all mad and yelled at our employee because I finished the car, but we left before I could give it back to him. So pretty crazy experience.
Have you ever experienced someone trying to take advantage of you because of like your age?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, a couple times.
I would imagine you have a pretty good support group that's got your back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What's one thing that you have in your arsenal that if it was missing on your next detail, you would struggle or kick yourself for not having?
If it was a pin correction, my Flex 24 volt 15 cordless.
Okay.
That is my favorite polisher on the market.
Really?
I've used the Rupus, I've used the corded Flex, I have my 3401, I have a 21 Rupus.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of different tools, but whenever there's like something I need to get knocked out fast, it'll take me 2 batteries, and so I'll just go over, knock it out.
That's kind of how I feel about my Flex PX E80.
I
The little
love
3-inch
the
one.
PX80.
Oh my
I
god.
have the shaft attachment for mine. Amazing. And
I
then,
would quit tomorrow if I didn't have it. Because it's
yeah,
such a
getting those
handy
tight
thing.
sections, you can't do it without it.
Yeah, it's the best. All right. What is a skill that you learned that has proven to be the most beneficial for you as a detailer or as a business?
This one's pretty simple. Time is money.
Mm-hmm.
Like not wasting time. Some people, like when I'm training kids, they're always like wanting to sit around, eat snacks, because we always have like snacks for the kids. And so I'm like, you want the money? Times money. Let's go.
Cracking the whip.
This kid is going places. Holy hell! Like, I'm 14 years old. I want to know. Like, I want to know.
Time is money.
I want to know what time Masters of the Universe comes on. This kid's going like, nah, we got to make some money, bro. That's wild.
Something
Absolutely
Rico also
wild.
taught me was
Yeah.
that.
Time is money. All right. As a business, as a small business, what has been the biggest, or just in your situation, what has been the biggest challenge that you faced? And what would be your best or favorite accomplishment?
Best or favorite accomplishment would be the unicorn. It's at the Peterson Automotive Museum right now. I got to go in there and detail it.
Nice.
Probably my favorite car I've ever touched. But the biggest challenge has been balancing school and detailing.
And you do go to a public school, correct?
Mm-hmm. Public charter, yeah.
Public charter. That's wild. I don't know how you fit it all in, dude. I don't know how you, especially with the traveling and things of that nature.
Very lucky. My principal's very nice.
Well, I mean, you're going to be on the Hall of Fame wall for that school, so like, you know, Callista Flockhart, she was a waitress at Olga's Diner, which is right down the, you know, very close to here, and like, you know, her pictures on the wall and the sign, and who's the morning talk host, Regis, and it was what was her name? Not Eileen. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? What's her name? Kelly Ripa. Kelly Ripa. You know, she was like, she went to Eastern High School. She lived. Her parents still live in Berlin. You know, they talk about that for forever. So, I mean, obviously, someone with your abilities, you're gonna be on that high school Hall of Fame. So your principal's probably like, yeah, you can do whatever you got to do. Just make sure that you're successful.
Definitely how my principal is.
What social media platform have you had the most success with?
Instagram. I'm almost at 5,000. I'm so excited.
Nice.
When I made my Chem blog post, that was my most successful post I ever made. Oh yeah, I'm at 45.59, so almost at 40,
very cool.
45.60, so almost there.
Yeah, well, you got yourself another 6 people from being on this show. So.
Oh, it just went and it went back down. Come on, don't mess with me, guys.
Don't mess with them. What does your typical schedule look like between detailing and school?
So on a Friday, I'll usually, because I go to school from 7:30 to 2:50. So you get the rest of the afternoon, and so right now I will go from 2:50 to going to work on the Tesla. So we'll go pretty late, and then we'll come home, sleep, and then we'll go back the next morning. And then I have a 3-day weekend. Okay. So I can do Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then back to school on Tuesday. And since I only have 2 weeks left, I'm ready to be done. 2 weeks left. Then we're just gonna be going at her, getting things done.
All right, last question.
Wait, hold on a second. What is this? What is this?
TRCMA.
Yeah, what was it like appearing on TRCMA?
Very last minute. It was really funny. So same day I was leaving, like I was going in from lunch. So, lunch, we go to break, then we go back to class. I'm walking in, the bell went off, and I'm walking into class. My older sister's like, "You're coming with me." And so I have my backpack, and I'm like, "Okay." And so, yeah, we left, and we raced over to TRC. And being on there, it was absolutely amazing. The guys over at
They're not too far from you, right?
What?
They're not too far from you, right?
No, they're only 15 minutes from our shop.
Oh, nice.
So we'll get orders from them all the time. So, yeah, pretty simple. But it was a lot of fun going on there with the Lake Country guys. We had a bunch of fun with Andy Beacle, Chris, and it was a bunch of fun.
Nice. All right. How do you classify success? What does that look like for you?
Success would be having a work ethic, having a functioning business that's bringing in money, and having time to spend with you and your loved ones. That's what I would call successful. Or having a lot of followers, like on Instagram and stuff.
Okay. Rick Smith wants to know, what is your dream car?
69 Charger.
Okay.
The Generally from Dukes of Hazzard.
I saw you detailing Generally.
I've done a screen use one, yes.
Okay. I saw the picture.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
We visited the Dukes of Hazzard Museum down in Nashville, I think, when I went down there.
Cooter's place?
Yeah. Cooter's place, yeah.
My older sister, she wanted to go to Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I have everything planned out. We'll stop in Nashville. We'll go to the museum, and then boom, we can drop her off, come back. But she's going to Texas A&M, so I'm like,
no,
messed up my plan, dude.
Nashville is a great time, dude. I know that you're into traveling. If you get a chance to go to Nashville, just do it, man. It is absolutely an epic. And even if you're not of 21, there's still so much to do in Nashville.
It's a good city,
without a doubt. Yeah, it is. It was so much fun. I have a professor friend that lives there, so I get to go to Nashville fairly regularly, and it's always a good time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. To answer the question that I proposed to you earlier, I've been to 49 of the 50 states.
Oh, yeah?
Just Alaska. I just got to get Alaska done.
What's the last one?
Alaska.
Yeah,
I just got to go to Alaska. And might I say, a couple of things about Idaho. Probably some of the best fishing that I've ever done in my entire life is Idaho. Absolutely gorgeous. And from what I hear, if you were to take Idaho and lay it flat, meaning you take all of the mountains and push them down and lay it out flat, it has more geographical square feet than almost any other state in the union. I think it ranks number 2 as far as square footage is concerned. But it's all mountainous and obviously impassable because it's all rigid, jagged mountains, but I hear per square foot, it's like the second largest state in the nation.
What's
I think
first? What?
Probably Alaska or California. Let me ask the AI.
Alaska is the largest, Texas is the second, and California is the third.
Square footage?
Yep. Top 5 is Alaska, Texas, California, Montana, New Mexico. For the largest land area.
Yeah, but it's
square miles.
Okay.
Yeah, the fishing's really good up here.
Curmudgeons are not allowed in
Go
Alaska.
once or twice a year.
Oh my gosh, dude! I went fishing for cutthroat trout in the Middle Fork of the Salmon River, and it was easily one of the, I'd say, top 3 experiences of my life. Fishing the Middle Fork of the Idaho River, you are so completely off the grid. There is 0 light pollution. You can see every single star, and I mean, I have never felt more small and insignificant in my life than being in the mountains. Was it the Sawtooth Mountains? I think is where the Salmon River exists.
Yeah, I think so.
It was so incredible. I mean, like, you're talking about one with the Almighty. It was pretty wild. And then of course the fishing was just unreal. I mean, cutthroat trout. Are you kidding me? You get an opportunity to go fishing for cutthroat trout. Do it.
If you get the chance, Stanley, Idaho.
That's where we drove to.
That is the most beautiful area. The lodge up there.
Yep.
The water.
Yep. Dude, I have a sweatshirt upstairs that says Stanley, Idaho. We flew into Boise, and then we rented a car and we drove to Stanley, spent the night in Stanley. And then we took these little Cessna planes that flew us up deeper into the mountains and then kind of like shoehorned us into this river valley. And then we got in these McKenzie boats and spent the next 5 days coming down the middle fork of the Salmon River fishing for trout.
Wow.
Yeah, it was epic. Absolutely epic. And you're absolutely right about Stanley, Idaho. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that it was under snow 10 months out of the year, I'd probably live there.
Sun Valley is also a really cool area. 99% of the time, you'll meet a celebrity at the gym.
Oh.
The owner of Google has a house up there, Stanley. Not Stanley, Sun Valley. Very cool place, though.
All right. I also want to fish the Snake River. I hear there's really great fishing on the Snake, so I want to do that one too. Last year for my 50th, my dad took me out to Wyoming to fish the Wind River Canyon, which is on a reservation, and that was epic fishing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Yeah, we're all talking about Idaho because that's where our boy's from. Our boy is in Idaho.
Yep.
Anyway, all right.
Steven, what would you say is the best place you've been to that you've visited?
Either. I don't have a favorite. I have 2.
Okay.
I have El Salvador and Texas.
And do you
hold on. Texas is huge. Where are we talking about in Texas? Because I mean, there's a big difference between Houston and Lubbock.
I've been to 3 areas in Texas. I went to Dallas, Houston, and Galveston.
Okay.
And you like all 3?
Are amazing. I like Dallas because of Gas Monkey Garage. That's an amazing place. Houston has a lot of fun activities. It has the Lone Star Museum of Flight. That's where I'm going with the Tesla in June. And then Galveston, it's just amazing. We walked along the beach to the pier. and we went on the rides. It was so cool because it was like right about when they were closing, so it was like pitch dark and all the lights were going. It's really cool.
That's pretty cool. And are you learning Spanish? Do you know Spanish pretty well, being in El Salvador?
Nope, I had translators.
Do you plan on learning Spanish so that
Yes.
you can be a little more?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Me and Marshall were learning Spanish.
That's great. Conway wants to know, what is your favorite thing to do when detailing? Is it interior or exterior?
Exterior.
Exterior.
I don't like the interiors as much because all the different areas here and there. But I do them. But my older sister and I, she does interiors. I'll do the paint correction.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to BioBombs, Mr. Christian. We love you over
Hey,
here.
What's up?
Biobomb in the house.
All right. John Weber wants to know, what are your thoughts about aviation detailing? Is that something that might spark your interest?
So, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I actually did Reagan's Air Force One in New York.
I saw it. I saw the picture. I saw the picture of you detailing that. Yeah. Yep.
So I did that, and then I got certified through the ADA when I turned 13. I was actually down there training on my birthday, so pretty cool.
That's pretty wild.
Absolutely insane. Josh is an awesome dude.
All right, so given your I mean, you could say celebrity status, you could say pseudo celebrity status, whatever. Given the trajectory of what you're doing and who you're meeting and the vehicles that you've detailed, I mean, that little pedigree list that I saw on your webpage of vehicles that you've detailed it's pretty epic. Given all of that, who do you want to meet the most? Like, who have you yet to meet that you really want to aspire to meet?
So when I was on NBC Live at Rockefeller Center in New York, I said I want to meet Jay Leno. And so they asked me, what do you want to do next? And I said I want to do Jay Leno's car collection. And so I'm actually going down this summer to do Jay Leno's cars.
That's awesome.
That is so bananas.
So, we're gonna go down there, and I think we're gonna do a kids training.
That's super cool.
That's wild, dude. I mean, wow.
Good for you. Good for you.
Kid's gonna be retired by 18.
No.
He's gonna be signing books. He's gonna be signing books at age 18.
This is the kid that you just heard say, "Let's go, get up. We got stuff to do."
We got stuff to do.
He's not gonna be laying around.
No time for snacks.
He's got stuff to do.
That's wild, man, dude.
That's pretty cool.
Eileen,
someone wants to.
I'm such a disappointment to my parents after talking to Steven.
No way. He gives me hope. He gives me hope.
That's because I got
Bill wants to know, have you ever detailed a Cybertruck?
No. So we were at a stoplight here in town, and I hopped out of my dad's truck. I'm like, I got a Tesla. Could I do your Cybertruck? And so, dude never got to me. I'm like, bruh.
I've had the same conversation with a lot of Cybertrucks, and you know, the last Cybertruck that I reached out to and I said, hey, I'd love to detail and I even said I would do it for free just for the content, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, he never got back to me. It was probably weeks later, and he said that the only way that I could detail his Cybertruck is if he did it with me. And I was like, well, sir, I don't need a supervisor. So that's where we ended the conversation. But maybe it's just
that's a weird request.
Yeah.
Especially if he's not a detailer. Like,
he was like, I washed a Cybertruck myself, so if you want to detail it, you got to do it with me. And I was like, well, that feels like an environment I don't want to be in. So
yeah, there's a sign at my mechanic shop that says basically this is his rate is like $100 an hour. If you watch, it's 150. If you help, it's 200.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, hold on. There was another question here that I wanted to ask you. Here. Conway asked, have you ever burnt paint? Do you do corrections or polishing?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a big Sonics correction guy. So, yeah, I know that he does paint correction. That's because he's never had Papa Cut or Fab Finishing polish.
Papa Cut is pretty solid. Wait till you get that kitchen sink. You'll see.
I'm excited.
So have you ever burnt paint? We all have.
What do you mean by burn paint? Because I've only burnt paint on a demo hood.
Yeah, there you go. That's good enough. When we're all learning, we polish it a little too hard.
Yeah, no. They're like, just keep sanding.
Yeah,
so I'm just sitting there sanding, and they're like, yep, keep going. I'm like, okay. Then I just see the red get up brighter. I'm like, what's this?
Yeah. That's how you learn. You can't use what you haven't sent, Rick Smith said. Mr. Head Curmudgeon over there.
Yeah, whatever. I have him muted and ignored at this point.
Steve says, using Apex shampoo was like meeting a hero. Loved it. It's a great soap. That's what I use. Every day.
Boom.
I'm gonna
that's a conversion. That's a conversion. He was big into somebody else's product, not to mention their names because they're.
But you know what the great thing about it is, Steven, you know what the great thing about it is that I work in a very hot climate, right? I work in the desert. So it's super hot. Sometimes we can even get to like 120 degrees. And if you ever go to Phoenix, you'll know that that's kind of similar temperatures. And with Apex soap, I use that in direct sun and I just re-wet it and it just comes off. I don't have to worry about like soap stains or any of that stuff. It just works.
We made sure that there was nothing extra added there, because every time you start adding stuff, you run the risk of things going sideways. So keep it simple, stupid is the approach to pretty much everything that I do.
Yeah.
What was the kid's favorite part of the Mike Phillips training?
There were a lot of cool parts about the training. I mean, being able to work with Mike Phillips was amazing, learning all of his tricks. I mean, he used a 34, he used the Flex rotary cordless, the 18 volt. He used that to clean the tires. I'm like,
really?
how long have I been sitting under a rock? Like, this is the best idea ever. And
it's great when you meet people who think outside the box.
Yeah. I mean, we got to work on a 71 Barracuda. I personally love Mopar, so I mean, that would be my favorite part. We did a full wet sand and machine sand on it, and then we did a 2-step rotary and then a DA on it. And I learned how to use what Jason Rose would call it, the pizza pad style. The big wool pads. So I learned how to use one of those.
Very cool.
Do you like rinseless wash? I mean, apparently, I know that Juice Box isn't in the chat rooms, but that's usually one of the big questions that everybody's asking these days is how do you feel about rinseless?
I mean, yeah, I do eco washes. I personally will do it when I don't have time to do a full 45-minute wash. You just have to, like what, I use a 2-bucket method. I'll just have one with the product.
Yeah, for sure. That works.
Good, because we're going to be sending you that too.
Woohoo!
Conway said if he likes Chryslers, he would like our current $500,000 project, a 66 Barracuda ground up build.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
cool. Conway has some really great stuff that gets into his garage.
Agreed.
DM me.
It
I'll be happy to.
looks like your next trip is out to see Conway. He's going to be on Curmudgeon's Corner, 56.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, next in 2 weeks it'll be Conway coming on.
Yeah, he sees some cool cars.
All right. Well, here we are at the 9:30 mark. You want to give away something else?
Let's
Yeah,
do
we can.
Fill me up. What other products do you have? I haven't looked much.
The original Titan and the Four Horsemen, which was Titan, and then Apex Auto Wash, which was inspired by Brian Spittler from Apex Auto Detailing, and then Papa Cut Diminishing Compound, which was from Papa Smurf 918 Detailing, and then we have the Fab Finishing Polish, which is from Fab Automotive Detailing, and then we have Glossum Wax, which is my personal favorite, from Miranda Detailing. Phil Miranda helped with that one. So we have those. And then we have the Kraken, which is Eileen's favorite, which is basically, it's a heavy-duty, all-purpose cleaner degreaser. And then we have Typhon Interior Cleaner, which is another all-purpose cleaner, but it's pH neutral and it's built with surfactants as opposed to caustics, so it's safe on interiors, which I know you love to do nothing but interiors. According to all the interviews that I heard, you love interiors. The dirtier and nastier, the better.
I love the throw up too.
Yeah,
I've got a question.
Yet late to the party, but he throws punches as soon as he walks in. It's true, but he's right though. Unfortunately, he's right.
I act like a 9-year-old, but I don't know how Aaron could act more than
watch the podcast for a couple more times and you'll see.
Steven, he's not.
It's
wrong.
easy.
I'm beyond immature. And yep.
All right, I am going to choose this question, and you've got a gift card. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll.
So if I asked Steven if you could listen to one song for a whole detail, what was that song?
I know it. I took notes. Boy, they're giving me a lot of credit. Age 7, age 9.
I know, that's a lot of credit.
A lot of credit.
For sure.
I mean, maybe, obviously not Steven age 7, age 9, but baby got back.
Oh, John Weber got it. I should have known that. He took notes.
Yeah, John Weber disqualified. Keep going.
Oh,
unless you want to donate it. You're allowed to. John Weber, you have the.
He said pass it on.
All right. Well, then it would be Farmer, but
I'm Jeff.
What?
Let's do the Kraken.
Kraken. All right.
Jay Farm, I hope you like the Kraken.
Oh, he will. Oh, he said pass it on. Oh my gosh, guys.
All right. I mean, I could always put it in the Pay It Forward campaign. Hey, Steven, by the way, so just to throw it out there, 0. But you do talk to a lot of people. We do what is called the Pay It Forward campaign every year. And basically all year long, we just accept donations from everybody and anybody. It could be used, it could be new, it doesn't matter. And then between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we have the community nominate people that need help throughout especially around the holidays, in the winter seasons of November, December, January, February, where business for detailers is typically pretty slow. We take nominations for people that need help, or could just use a little help, a leg up, a helping hand. The community really comes together around. Star that. I gotta get back to that in a second. Yeah. So anyway, basically we accept all these donations throughout the year, and then between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we accept nominations for people that need help. And then usually right after Christmas, we give away all this stuff to people that need it. So if you can just help spread that word, or if you have any leads or connections, and it's not Phoenix oriented. It's community oriented. So, I mean, last year we had Distinctive Details, who's a chemical company in Ohio. She donated a whole bunch of stuff. I know that Thor has donated a whole bunch of stuff. We got a lot of stuff from Fab, who has, he has a detail supply company, so he's a vendor. And then Chelsea from Attention to Detail, she donated so many chemicals because she's an influencer. People send her all kinds of stuff. She uses it. Maybe she uses it once, and then she just gave us boxes upon boxes of stuff. Used shop vacs, used steamers, polishers. Everything that anybody's not using anymore, they could, potentially go to some. We had 2 people last year that lost everything. One person was a mobile detailer, and his truck was broken into and everything was stolen. And we were able to give him pretty much an entire mobile detailing business back. Another guy, his mobile detailing truck burned to the ground. There was a mechanical malfunction, and his truck burned to the ground, and we were able to give him everything to get his business back on track. So obviously year after year, we're just trying to get the word out that there's a community here that supports each other, that takes care of each other, and that you're not alone, especially in your darkest hour. That's why we do the mental floss in the beginning. At the end of the show, we'll do a bunch of mental health connection stuff. And then at the end of the year, we do the Pay It Forward campaign. So just putting the word out there. I know that you have the ear of Jay Leno, whatever. We're just spreading the word that there's good people out there.
Definitely.
All right. That being said, so what did Jay Farmer? What did he want us to do? Did he want us to
pay it forward?
He wants to pay it forward. All right.
Yeah.
No problem. PIF. Got it. Check. All right. There's that. Okay. All right. So to get back to this, Keeve, yes, the thing is still happening in June. So this year, we're doing it's called the Rise and Restore Phoenix Myrtle Beach. So the dates are June 19th through June 21st. Everybody and anybody is welcome to just flock to Myrtle Beach. We're going to hang out. We're going to celebrate the community, just enjoy each other. I know that Titan Tim has offered to cook barbecue for everybody and anybody that shows up. We're going to just go eating and drinking and hanging out in Myrtle Beach, June 19th through June 21st. I know BioBombs is going to come down. I know Rick Smith is coming down. Eileen's going to try to make it, but I get it. We got Charleston Detail coming up, and I know that Cars with Keeve is definitely coming because he's got all these pressure washers that he's giving to the Pay It Forward campaign, which is a miracle in and of itself. So yeah, I'm just really excited about it. And there's no seminar, there's no expo. It's just a bunch of people in the community merging and just hanging out and celebrating each other's fellowship and friendship. So
when and where?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, June 19th, which is a Thursday, 20th and 21st was Friday and Saturday, and then we're all leaving on the 22nd. So definitely Socrates is going to be there. Titan Tim is going to be there. I know that Ryan Mulhern was going to be there, but he has a daughter obligation in New York City. So yeah, we're just it's just one of those things where we're just trying to. It's one thing to have this relationship here in the chat rooms, right? We have these great people that they come out to Curmudgeon's Corner every other Saturday and they hang out with us. But then it's like the next layer is when you get to actually meet these people. Like when we went to MTE and I got to actually physically meet Humberto, that was so awesome. Because I mean, Humberto is such a great supporter of everybody in the community, not just Phoenix, but everybody. You look at any one of these chats, Humberto was there.
Yeah.
Got to meet him and hang out with him. And Matt Ayers, you were on his show a couple of weeks ago. I got to meet him in his hometown of Phoenix. But to just be able to hang out with him for like 3 days was just it changes the dynamic of our relationship. It's a lot of fun. So I always say we're not friends until we break bread. And I think that the Myrtle Beach is an opportunity to break bread with friends. And then, maybe next year we'll do it in Chicago, and one year we'll do it in Kansas City. I just want this, it's called the Rise and Restore. Just hang out with your friends and celebrate the community. So we're doing that in June.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyway,
just over a month.
Yep, just over a month. I don't know. It's going faster than I had expected, but yeah, dude. I tell you what, right there, Keeve, he's been a huge supporter of the Pay It Forward. He helped with shipping last year. We had to ship all that stuff out. Like when we're talking full mobile detailing abilities, it's boxes upon boxes of stuff plus equipment, and shipping would have put me out of business. But Keeve was like, nope, I got you covered. And Matt Ayers from X's and O's, he donated for shipping, and Papa Smurf donated for shipping. And then the community they went crazy. So many people donated gift certificates and supplies. It was really quite overwhelming how unbelievable the community came together to help people. We were able to help 15 different families this past year. So
yeah,
I'm
it's a lot.
Humbled by this community.
For sure.
That's amazing.
I accept. Just as long as Larry's not there, I accept. I don't do third string. So anyway, Steven, we're approaching the 2-hour mark. You have been absolutely wonderful. You are an inspiration to young and old alike. And I feel like I'm not even worthy to sit in your presence with your level of work ethic and abilities. And wow, it's been a real pleasure to have you on the show. So I thank you wholeheartedly. Appreciate you.
Well,
yeah,
I
thank you so much.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. Because just to get me to have some fun. Because my little sister does not like to talk about detailing with me.
Right.
Now, I love doing podcasts because at the same time I would be hanging out with my sister, I could be talking about detailing with a bunch of friends. So, I mean, it was amazing meeting you at Mobile Tech. You have some great products. I really liked them, and I cannot wait to get the kitchen so I can show and I can use those.
Dude, you have such a fantastic story. I love your story. I love what you're doing. You are like, not to sound cliche, but you are the embodiment of the next generation of the Pay It Forward. I don't know. Are you familiar with the House of Rags?
Yeah.
Okay. So the House of Rags, they've been doing this huge thing. It's called Thor Media. They've been collecting all of these different influencers and personalities to do different podcasts. I do a podcast for them called No Direction Detail with Brian Spittler from Apex Auto Detailing. We're like one of like 13 different podcasts that are part of the Thor Media. If you don't mind, I'd love to float your name into the chat room. And I don't know, I mean, you seem to be very comfortable around podcasts. These guys would love to have you on their shows and their channels. And just basically getting you more into the community and help building that legacy that you're already doing.
Please do. Anything to get any more. I need more friends.
All right, definitely.
I'm gonna hook you up.
I will float it out there. I'm sure everybody from Chelsea, from Attention to Detailing to the Funkin' Homies, Bio Bombs, would love to have you on. You're gonna have to tolerate Godfrey though, and he's a little bit of a loose cannon. So
they're a good group of people.
Good luck with that.
So.
Do you like to eat? Are you a foodie at all?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, then you'll fit in with Godfrey, no problem. So, all right. That being said, we do have the ability to give away one more thing if you want to, Eileen. It's up to you, or up to you, Steven, if you want to give something else away. Otherwise, we can just go right into our. We can go into our final moments if you'd like.
What if we did your favorite product?
My favorite product, like I said, I love Glossum Wax. There's something. To me, there's something like, this is going to sound really weird. I mowed my lawn, and it's important for me to mow my lawn because I feel connected to my property when I do it. Like I'm walking the property or I'm riding the mower, and I'm connected to my property. When you're using a wax, and this probably goes back to my childhood with my dad using the old turtle wax metal tin that had the weird plastic case on top that had the applicator pad that would crack and break and dry out and get all crusty. But when you're putting the wax on the pad and you're putting wax on the car, there's just something really satisfying and almost intimate about doing that. And that was kind of my thought process behind Glossum Wax, was to have this really warm, like you can't get that warm glow and depth of gloss with anything other than a wax. I mean, ceramic coatings are great and everything, especially if you don't plan on doing a whole lot of, maintenance with your car. But to have that ability to just really know your vehicle and love your vehicle, I think nothing beats a wax. And so for me, I say Glossum Wax is my favorite product.
Let's do it.
All right, we'll do it. Glossum Wax, this kid for sure. All right.
Ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready. You want me to give the question, or what do you want to do?
No, I have a question.
All right, go for it.
Unless you have a question you want to ask.
I'm completely
okay. What did Steven say is his favorite sandwich?
Booyah.
Thought you were gonna say it there for a second.
I had it yesterday. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I changed my cut pattern with every mow. Wow, that's dedication.
Where's Jordan? Jordan's a big lawn guy.
I don't know. I haven't seen him since I called him out for talking trash.
No,
tuna sandwich. That's correct. Tuna sandwich.
No, it's not.
Tuna sandwich from Subway. Are you high? Are you trying to get
you consider tuna a sandwich, but you can't consider hot dogs a sandwich.
Eileen, are you trying to throw hands? Are you trying to throw hands? It feels like you're trying to throw hands. Oh, you guys!
Someone else say it.
You guys just keep trying to push my buttons. You do it. You try.
I think she's trying to push our button.
Thank you. Thank you, Steven. You have absolutely
The one
been
Aaron had yesterday.
the biggest gentleman we have ever had on this show, hands down. Your parents raised you right, son. Your parents raised you right.
I need someone to say it.
I can't believe that nobody knows this, especially John. Oh, John Weber does know it because he was taking notes.
Yeah. He took notes, but he's not saying it. The one Aaron had yesterday. Thanks.
Yep. Had it with Brian. Keith, you missed it. They were trolling me about Megatron for like the first hour.
He came
the
out
first hour of the show. I had JVD on both sides. Like
he was going
we said,
guys.
There it is. Alban.
There it is. Alban. He's a newbie. I don't think I've ever had you win anything, sir. Congratulations.
We said we're gonna do a special session every podcast where we're gonna say Megatron is, and then we're only going to allow wrong answers, just so we can get his blood pressure going.
There's a new channel that I found on Instagram, and it's only been a couple of recents, but it's Megatron, like a real life, animatron, whatever, and there's a human inside it. And all he does is roast people when they come. It's obviously at an amusement park.
It's a Universal, yeah.
Universal.
Oh yeah.
And he's just roasting people. It's just the greatest thing ever. I love it.
I've seen that guy. We went to Universal Studios in LA as like a family thing. I happened to be down there to do stuff, and we went there, and it was a lot of fun. He roasted my dad.
Yeah, I would love to have seen that. All right, Alban, I need you to send me an email. Here's my email address, aaron@phoenixeod.com. Send me an email with your shipping address and information, and we'll make sure that we get you some Glossom wax, courtesy.
Oh no!
Courtesy of Steven.
Kev, how dare you?
Steven, it's a troll, Steven. Let it go. Let it go. Your only hope is to just swallow it, push it down, and don't let it get to you, because they're just going to keep trolling you. You reward their bad behavior, they keep coming back. So, by the way, speaking of which, David Ruiz just got a red card, and he's been suspended for the next 4 games. Just saying. David Ruiz, I am not going to acknowledge you in any way, shape, or form until Curmudgeon's 58. Unbelievable.
A microwave oven.
See, they're just trolls. They're just trolling me, and I'm just going to brush it off.
Yeah, he's a transformer. Get it right.
Earlier today, they called him a GoBot. So, I mean, what do you want? So, what do you want? A transmorpher? Oh, yeah. All right. You know what?
Is that the Dollar General version of Transformers?
I thought that was GoBots. All right. We're wrapping this up. Steven, you've been an absolute treasure. Thank you so much for being on our show. Curmudgeon's Corner 55.
So much for having me.
Yes, thank you. It was great.
By the way, before you leave, if people want to get more of you, and I know that we are trying to promote your YouTube channel. So as soon as we get off Curmudgeon's Corner 55, everybody go over, please, and give Steven some love. Here we go. All things Detail Kid. There you go. His Instagram is Detail Kid. His Facebook is facebook.com/Detail Kid. And his YouTube is youtube.com/DetailKid-01.
Everybody, before you kill the YouTube app, go in and follow him, please.
What's next for you, Detail Kid? What's the next on your plate?
It's gonna be Shine Time. And then we're gonna, I don't know. We have to finish the car after it gets back from that. But, oh my gosh, these troll comments are getting to me.
Right? Steven, thank you. Seriously.
Unsubscribe here and subscribe to Detail Kid.
Okay, don't do that. Subscribe here and then just subscribe.
Keith, that's only 3 people. Oh man.
I'm sorry, what were we saying?
We were saying everyone needs to check out Detail Kid on YouTube and follow him so we can get him going with his subscriber base.
Very much so. So what? Oh, I'm sorry, we interrupted you. What else is next for Detail Kid? Do you think, like, realistically, you're going to have the Tesla up and running for the time that you need it?
Maybe.
All right.
I have to get the bumper painted still, and I have to get the wheel here. I need it to get it powder coated, and it needs to be on a trailer to Texas.
All right. All right, brother. Steven, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Seriously. I mean,
Yeah,
dude, like honestly, the entire community, no pressure, but the entire community is watching you now, dude. Like, you are a fire, you are a meteorite, you're an inspiration to all of us slackers. And probably the non-slackers as well, but definitely for the slackers, you are an inspiration of the potential of what hard work, drive, desire, work ethic should be. So I thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you so
much. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
For sure.
It's our pleasure, for sure. All right, Eileen, where do they go to find you?
You can find me at where can you find me? So Clean Detailing on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Do you have a webpage?
YouTube, So Clean Detailing, same thing. If you need to email me, info@GetSoClean. If you want to check out my website, getsoclean.com. And if you want to text me, you have my number.
Okay. Steven, do you have if somebody in the community wanted to reach out to you and ask you a question or whatnot, how do they reach you? Just a DM through IG, or do you have an email, or what?
IG's the best way to get in contact with me.
Roger that. And this is just a real quick refresher. All things Detail Kid, IG Detail Kid. Facebook is facebook.com/Detail Kid. And YouTube is youtube.com/@DetailKid-01. You can go to Phoenix's website for 10% off, So Clean 10. Also, Detail Kid 10 is also our new discount code, courtesy of Detail Kid. So Detail Kid 10 will get you 10% off of everything site-wide. If you are interested in the Pay It Forward campaign and sending stuff to the Pay It Forward campaign, you can send donations to Phoenix E.O.D, 404 Bloomfield Drive, Suite 1, West Berlin, New Jersey, 08091. If you're looking to get something from Phoenix and you want to save on some shipping, make sure you check out our West Coast distribution at imdetailedaf.com. Midwest distribution is fabdetailsupplies.com, and Southeast distribution is shineyourlightdetailing.com/store. We have worldwide distributors at carzilla.ca. United Kingdom is intodetailing.co.uk. Australia is osprodetailing.com/au. Our good friend Andrew. And then, of course, the House of Rags, everywhere you are, thehouseofrags.com. Boobity boppity. We are doing a collaboration with the tire dressing. Veneer should be out in early June. We're just finalizing the formula on the tire dressing. Again, it was a collaboration between Eddie, Jamie, and myself. Really excited about that. Okay, and now to wrap up the show completely, suicide prevention and crisis counseling resources. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, seek help from a professional and call 988. The United States' first nationwide 3-digit mental health crisis line, 988 will connect callers with trained mental health counselors. Text HOME to 741-741 in the US and Canada to reach the crisis text hotline. And you can always go to www.apa.org/topics/crisis-hotlines so that you can reach help for any crisis that you are counseling, be it domestic abuse, mental abuse, alcohol abuse, substance abuse, whatever it is that you are facing, you can get help. You are not alone in this community. Make sure you reach out to somebody. Use those, hey, do you got 8 minutes? You are not alone. All it takes is 8 minutes to reset your brain to get you out of the darkness. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Curmudgeon's Corner Pod for all things Curmudgeonly Corner. And I think that's about all we got. Yeah?
You rock, Bill.
Yeah, he does. Curmudgeon's Corner 55 in the books. Steven Thompson, you are a legend in the making, and you made it here to Curmudgeon's Corner, and for that, we are
Thank
honored.
you for all that you do. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you guys.
Keep up the good fight,
All
my
right.
boy.
Catch you on the next one.
Keep it up.
All righty. And